Hello, I'm David Walliams, and I'm going to be reading an extract from my latest book, Billionaire Boy. This is from Chapter 1, Meet Joe Spud. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to have £1 million? Or £1 billion? How about £1 trillion? Or even a gazillion? Meet Joe Spud. Joe didn't have to imagine what it would be like to have loads and loads and loads of money. He was only 12, but he was ridiculously, preposterously rich. Joe had everything he could ever want. 100-inch plasma, widescreen, flat-screen, high-definition TV in every room in the house, 500 pairs of Nike trainers, a Grand Prix racetrack in the back garden, a robot dog from Japan, a golf buggy with the number plate Spud 2 to drive around the grounds of his house, a water slide which went from his bedroom into an indoor Olympic-sized swimming pool, every computer game in the world, 3D IMAX cinema in the basement, a crocodile, 24-hour personal masseuse, underground 10-lane bowling alley, snooker table, popcorn dispenser, skateboard park, another crocodile, £100,000 a week pocket money, a roller coaster in the back garden, a professional recording studio in the attic, personalised football coaching from the England team, a real-life shark in a tank. In short, Joe was one horribly spoilt kid. He went to a ridiculously posh school. He flew on private planes whenever he went on holiday. Once, he even had Disney World closed for the day, just so he didn't have to queue for any rides. Here's Joe, speeding around his own private racetrack in his own Formula One racing car. Now, some very rich children have miniature versions of cars specially built for them. Joe wasn't one of those children. Joe needed his Formula One car made a bit bigger. He was quite fat, you see. Well, you would be, wouldn't you, if you could buy all the chocolate in the world. Now, you may have noticed Joe was on his own in that picture. To tell the truth, speeding around a racetrack isn't that much fun when you're on your own, even if you do have £1 squillion. You really need someone to race against. The problem was, Joe didn't have any friends. Not one.
Do you have any children so you can test your books out on them? If not, please may I be your tester?
Well, I don't have any children. I'd like to one day, but yes, I can. I've got a new book that I've been writing called Gangster Granny. It's not entirely finished yet, but
Gangster Granny.
I can send you a copy and see what you think of it before I publish it. Will you give me some notes? And
Yeah.
Are you good at spelling?
Yeah,
You can correct me.
I'm a 14-year-old at spelling.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well done. Well, you can correct me on spelling and punctuation because I'm not very good at those things.
These are from Abby, and she's age 15.
Okay.
What is the biggest challenge you have ever faced?
Probably swimming the Channel. I swam from England to
Oh, yeah.
France in 2006, and that was definitely a big challenge. Quite scary because I didn't know whether I'd get there or not, and had to train for 9 months to do it in the cold water. So yeah.
Do you read a lot?
I read a fair bit. I read a lot of biographies and autobiographies. I'm reading at the moment a biography of the singer called David Bowie. Who you probably have you heard of him?
David Bowie is my favourite artist.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Put it there. Wasn't expecting you to say that. I didn't know many people your age knew about David Bowie.
Yeah, I love him.
Well, there's a book called
I love
Starman.
Ziggy Stardust. Yeah, I love Starman and I love Ziggy Stardust.
Okay. So you're mum and dad fans?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm reading a biography of him, which is very interesting because he had a very interesting life.
Yeah. What is your biggest weakness?
Cake, I'd say, because if I see a piece of cake, I feel I've got to eat it. And really, at my age, it's not like you. I kind of like chocolate shreddies for breakfast because I put on weight. So I'd say cake and probably biscuits.
These two questions are from Cheeky, age 12.
Cheeky? That's a good name.
Do you help out Quentin Blake with his drawings for your books, or does he come up with them by reading your words?
Well, yes. What normally happens when you work with an illustrator is that you give them the book and they decide where to put the illustrations and what they'll be.
Okay.
And when you work with someone as great as Quentin Blake, who I loved his work when I was a kid because he did all these brilliant Roald Dahl books. You just kind of let someone get on with it, really, because you trust that what they'll do is brilliant. And sometimes he said, "Oh, I see Mr. Stink with a pair of glasses," and I hadn't written glasses, and he put them on him and it looked perfect. So I trust his instincts completely.
If you could have any superpower, what would it be and why?
A superpower. I'd like to be invisible, and then I could spy on people. Maybe that's not good, I don't know. Or maybe flying, that would be good, because the traffic is quite bad in London. So it'd be great to be able to fly everywhere. What would you like to do?
I would like to be able to read people's minds.
Oh, that would be useful, wouldn't it? Well, some people claim they can read people's minds. It'd be interesting to know what everyone's thinking about you.
Are any of your books adapted from a real-life story that you've witnessed happening?
No, not really. They're all works of imagination. Sometimes you take bits and pieces from real life and you kind of put them in the book, or real thoughts and feelings you've had, but the actual events and the characters are all made up. Well, very nice to meet you, Linus. Thank you very much for all those fantastic questions.
In the book The Boy in the Dress, did you take any of the characters like from someone you might have known or heard of or something?
A lot of people said, was that book autobiographical? Was it based on me? Am I the boy in the dress? Because on television, I'm quite well known for dressing up as a lady. I don't know if have you ever seen me on TV? No, well, it's more for adults, you see. I sometimes think of actors I like. The dad, you know, the character of Dennis's dad? I was thinking of this actor called Timothy Spall, who you may know, he's in the Harry Potter films. You might recognise him. He's a brilliant actor. I just thought of him a lot. And when I was writing Mr. Stink, I was thinking that Mr. Stink was Michael Gambon, who plays Dumbledore in the Harry Potter films. So I was just sometimes I think of, like, not exactly the actual person, but an actor, and that helps me find their voice. You know the character of Raj, who's the newsagent?
Yeah,
he's
who
the actual
wants to sell everything.
Yes, he's based on my newsagent right near where I live, and he's got a very messy shop. He's not always trying to sell you things, but he's a really fun, lovely guy, so I based that on a real person.
Those questions were from Lilybell, age 8.
Oh.
And
These are your questions now.
yeah, if you were writing, what would be your favourite place to write and why? And do you just do research before doing it, or do you just suddenly think, I've got an idea, and then start writing?
Normally I have an idea and then I think it over in my head for quite a while, try and create some of the characters and think about the story, make some notes of all the thoughts I've had, and then when I feel ready I start writing, and then sometimes along the way I do some research.
Where was your favourite place to write?
Oh, my favourite place to write would probably be my home and my study, but the only problem is there's lots of distractions. And there's lots of, there's a biscuit tin, there's the TV, there's music. So I have to say to myself, right, okay, you're not having a biscuit till you finish this chapter. Or even sometimes, you're not going to go to the loo until you finish this chapter.
What advice would you give a person who might want to be a comedian, an actor or an author?
Oh, well, they're all quite different things. I think the best thing is to try and do it. Yeah. Because if you want to be an actor, and you're 11 like you should do plays at school. If you want to be a comedian, try and entertain your friends, get them together and tell them a few jokes. And if you want to be an author, just try and write some stories. But I always think, don't be too ambitious, start with a short story and build it up. A lot of people think, oh, I want to do, write 1,000 pages of a book. Don't, just do, little steps at a time.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. They're wonderful questions. Goodbye.
Brilliant.